Link Click is better than your favorite anime? Oh, I fucking know why you watched it. It's because good old Garnt did a review on it. He sold you, didn't he? Be honest, be honest. You watched the shit out of it because Garnt told you to. Always. All right. Well now I have to fucking watch it.
This video is sponsored by Honkai Impact 3rd.
Oh my god, look!
I've got one question for you weebs. Do you like you anime girls? Well, good, because Honkai...
It's Jover, bro. It's Jover. I'm not giving you free ad money. Where does the video start? Dude, I've been subscribed to him since sophomore year of high school, freshman year of high school. Man, back in the day, I tell you.
Let's get on with the video. No, Mom, listen to me, okay? It's called anime. It's not called Chinese cartoons. It's never been called Chinese cartoons. It's always been called anime, okay? I don't watch Chinese cartoons.
把照片搁柜台上吧。
是我天吊儿郎当的，就你这德行，你等着关门歇业，打包等待。
Japan are the modern kings of 2D animation. While Disney may have originally set the rules, Japan have continued to pump out and tell amazing stories in the medium of 2D animation, even if it seemed like for the longest time, the rest of the world decided that 3D was the way to go. But they stuck to their guns, and I think a lot of us gravitated towards Japanese anime for this exact reason.
Yeah,
now with
just
anime
better.
exploding in popularity
I'm an elitist,
worldwide,
I don't
it feels like they have kind of a stranglehold when it comes to
better.
2D animated TV series in the modern day. So with the decades of experience and wealth of talent in the industry, we won't really have to pay attention to what other places are doing. Right?
Every minute that I die back in time, every single existence rewinds. So just could have hidden inside.
I did not think I would find another show that would eclipse Odd Taxi as my biggest surprise of the year.
Oh,
So whenever you Chinese animation, Link Click popped up as the 21st highest rated show on MAL, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I mean, just look at this poster. Well, you got two very pretty boys that the girls are obviously going to ship together. Oh, no, wait, there's a girl as well.
That's why I fucking asked if it was a yaoi or not.
Oh, let me guess. It's going to be some cliche high school love triangle where he likes her and she also kind of likes him, but also has the hots for this other guy who doesn't like her at first, but then it turns out he actually does, and then none of them confess to each other, and then it gets dragged on for 100 chapters, and then it turns out she's one of their stepsisters. I don't know where I'm going with this. And it turns out I was absolutely wrong. Link Click follows two guys, Teng
Xiaoshi
and Lu.
I can say that. I can say it. I've been practicing.
I'm going with this. And it turns out I was absolutely wrong. Link Click follows two guys, Teng
Xiaoshi.
Cheng Xiaoxi. Cheng Xiaoxi. How did I do? Thoughts?
Wrong. Link Click follows two guys, Teng
Xiaoshi.
and
Cheng Xiaoxi. Better? 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 No. I think the last character was a bit off. Alright, well, I'll just shave my fucking head. My bad.
Lu
Guang.
Fuck man, I'm not even the Hongo Josie yet, and now I'm meant to be 你的中文很好.
What does that mean?
God, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Two boys who can travel through time.
Your Chinese is so good.
Kinda. The two of them run a photography studio, which acts as the core basis of their time travel mechanics. Being able to see all the events that happen 12 hours ahead from when the photo was taken, and this guy can possess any person who took the photo. Shen Zhaoshi is the traveler, and Lu Guang is the guide, leading him through the events of the past, making sure he doesn't stray off the path too much that it affects the events of the present. Together, they tackle different cases ranging from corporate espionage to human trafficking to cute women doing gay things. Sometimes you just come across a show that doesn't need to do too much to hook you in because the concept itself is such a strong hook. It's just so perfectly set up to tell interesting stories full of stakes and conflict. And what immediately draws you in about this show is that it doesn't fuck around setting the stage or establishing the ground rules of what they can do and how they do it. They can only enter each photo once, they only have a 12-hour time period to do whatever it is they need to do, and they both agreed that no matter what happens, they won't act to change the events events of the past. This sounds pretty simple on paper, except when Sheng Jiaoshi possesses a person, he doesn't just inhabit them. He feels what they feel, senses what they sense, and even gets host's memory along the way. But he's forced to stay on the predetermined script Lu Guang gives him because whatever happened in the past has to happen again, no matter how he feels about the situation he's in. The host got unfairly judged or mistreated? Well, you better just suck it up and take it with no karma, because what do you think this is? A fucking Darman video? No,
I don't get it. It's not funny. I didn't laugh.
It's not a Darman video.
What
Oh, what was that?
mean?
The host slept with someone
the
in those
joke?
12 hours? Well, you better get ready for a ride, baby, because there's only one destination, and his name is Bone
I
Town.
feel like Gigguk has been using the same like sound memes for the past 20 years. Like this right here.
Slept with someone in those 12 hours? Well, you better get ready for a ride,
He's
baby,
used
because there's
that
only
for
one
10
destination, and
years.
his name is Bone Town.
like,
The stage is just so
many
perfectly set up
videos.
for an absolutely wild ride, and the show immediately delivers on
If it ain't
Link
broke,
Click has
don't
one of
fix it,
the
pal.
strongest first episodes you can find in anime this year. The show just throws you straight into the deep end, just fucking full-on no-lubed penetration right in the ass. And after the
No
first credits
lube
start rolling, you know the
penetration right
exact
in the
play
ass.
here. You understand what's at stake, you understand the ride you're about to get on, and you know
Interesting.
what this show's gonna be all about. Honestly, episode 1 tells you pretty much everything you need to know about the series. You're either gonna be hooked or you're not. Being completely straight with you, just watching the first episode would probably do a better job at telling you guys if this series is gonna be for you than some dickhead on the internet ever could, who spends far too much time now watching literal Chinese cartoons. Hey guys, please stay. Time travel's not exactly a new concept in TV,
Not the
movies, or even
Ant-Man.
anime, and it's so easy to fall into the usual pitfalls. In most time travel stories, it's about changing the present for a better future, or changing the past to meddle with the present. And then you always get the inevitable paradoxes or plot holes that everyone just has to accept because, I don't know, time travel, innit? But here it's more about
Time
accepting that
travel,
the
innit?
past shouldn't be changed, no matter how painful you know the outcome's gonna be. I think the most genius element they added was having Sheng Jiaoshi get the emotions of the person he's coming into, juxtaposed with the passive observer his partner is. Some of the moments he can find himself in can be absolutely brutal, and he has to truly live it, acknowledging that you have to be merely an observer to some people's most intimate and most traumatic experiences, knowing that the result needs to be willingly acted out, might be even harder than being that person, living in that moment, ignorant to what's about to come next. Where Link Click truly shines is in its personal stories. It's not always about the big traumatic events, but it's in the small details that give so many of these stories heart. Growing up in a Southeast Asian family, for some reason, every problem, according to my parents or aunts or uncles, was resolved with fucking food. Oh,
So
you're hungry?
true.
You should eat. Oh, you're not hungry? You should eat. Oh, you're not feeling well?
So
Have you
true.
tried eating? Hey, are you eating well? Oh, what?
So
The sky is
true.
falling, the sea is red, and the world is coming to an end? You should eat.
You should eat. Just fucking eat, bro.
Why are you so fat? So just seeing little
So
things, like a
true.
worried mum phoning up to ask if her daughter is eating well, then traveling all the way to her apartment to bring her some home-cooked food just so she can get through a bad day, I was just like, oh no, oh god, give me a second.
Oh no. Not like this. I can't do this.
I've already eaten today. Now let's talk about the production values of this thing. It fucking... Normally when I do my seasonal videos, it's immediately apparent when the show just has that extra bit of effort, that extra bit of polish to make it stand out from your generic shows around it. And Link Click has this in spades. The backgrounds are gorgeous, the art
Yeah, it's
style
very,
honestly
very
looks like some kind
beautiful.
of webcomic brought to life. Even more so than some actual anime adaptations of webcomics. The OST by itself is already pretty damn good, but then it also has 4 or 5 different insert songs spread out during the big moments in the show. And that's how you know you need to take this shit seriously, because you know shit's
color
real when most
grading
anime
is
get even
really
one
good.
insert song. This might not be better animated than the best that Japanese animation has to offer, but it beats the shit out of 90% of the seasonal drivel that airs. Not to mention both the opening and ending, which
Look
is
at that
just,
shit.
oh god, they're just so goddamn hard. The ending is such an absolute bop that even though pretty much episode ends on a cliffhanger, I didn't immediately start the next episode because, you know what,
Jesus
I
Christ.
still got time. Then there's the opening, which all I'll say about this is, as a man who skips anime openings, I never once skip this opening. I mean, just listen to this.
cutting,
Look how fucking
the
cool this
rotoscope
is.
cutting
Just
is
look at this hand
insane.
animation, man. Shit smoother than an average League of Legends player's brain. Hopefully you think this sounds pretty hype, because
Rip
I
Diana.
did. So much so that I said on Twitter that this could possibly be an Anime of the Year contender, which was
Ooh,
wrong.
Let's check
Okay,
the
I might have
quote
got a bit
retweets.
carried away,
We
but I
gotta
was
check
just
the
so
quote
hyped
retweets
to
on
find
that
a
one.
gem that I hadn't seen anyone talk about. I think the weakest part of this show actually is when it remembered it had an ongoing murder mystery plotline, because every time it did, I was just like, oh, get back to the side stories. The show is at its best when the two main leads are just used as a vehicle to tell other people's story, and whenever it feels pressured to refer back to the main plot, I don't feel like neither leads got enough development to be interesting enough to carry it by themselves, because
They're
when it
just hot.
does, it evolves into a more standard time travel thriller plotline, which other shows have already done and done better. When the show hits though, it absolutely fucking hits, which is
Why did
why
that
what
kid
we
just
have
beat
right
the
now
shit out of
is
that
a
woman?
damn solid show. Is it an Anime of the Year contender? Maybe if it had aired in 2020 when anime was going through much more of a dry spell. Is it the 21st best anime of all time? Hell no. But we do have a good foundation. Having said that, I think it's unfortunate that even when I tried to recommend it, a lot of people didn't want to give this a chance. Partly because unfortunately this show is called a link click, so when a YouTuber makes a post about a show called Link Click and people see the word link and click, the first reaction is, where's the link and what do I click on? Where's the hashtag ad?
Where's
But
the
also
link?
solely because it was a piece of
Streamer,
media
where's
that
the
came from
link?
China. Look, I'm just a guy who likes to keep it simple. I don't care
no.
where it comes
Where's
from,
the
I
link?
just
I
like
can't
good
click
shit. And
the
Chinese
link.
animation has been on the rise for a
fucking
while. I've already made a video about the esports extravaganza, King's Avatar, and I thought 2018's Murazushi was excellent.
Oh,
Scissor
yeah,
7 is the closest thing we've
Murazushi.
gotten to Chinese Gintama, but I think Link Click is the first time they've truly made a gateway show. Something that I can easily recommend to anyone, has an interesting concept,
That's
immediately
important.
hooks you, is so easily bingeable, and has great production values. It is genuinely one of the better shows this year, even in such a strong year of anime, and I'm just waiting for the day I can finally start calling this donghua to the masses, instead of clickbaiting this as Chinese anime, because no one right now really knows what the fuck donghua is. If you're finding this season a little slow, which
there's
it definitely
manhwa and
is,
then
then
there's
this is
donghua,
something you
I
can
see.
easily binge to fill in the gap. Now, if you excuse me, I have a phone call I need to make. Hi, Mom. Sorry I shouted at you earlier today. Yes, I've already eaten.
Aww.
No, Mom, it's not anime, it's Chinese cartoons. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
Wow, I just want to listen to the opening. It looks so good.
Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. A filthy weeaboo.
Naruto's so overrated.
A dirty weeaboo.
You wanna see my katana collection?
A fucking weeaboo.
I'm learning Japanese on Rosetta
A
Stone,
disgusting weeaboo.
so I'm like basically Japanese now.